match each equation in parts A through I with a sketch of this graph. So here are our graphs. Okay, we have A all the way through I, and you can see all these graphs. Okay, and so I've also placed them in the notebook so we can see them a little bit bigger. But if you wanted to do that, you can either click any of these options. Now the first question is asking us the correct graph for y equals x squared plus 2. First thing we're going to do is we're going to come in here and then we're going to put in the main regular function, which is x squared. Now we're going to go ahead and then put this in there. So we're going to put x and then squared. Okay, and then what happens next? We're going to put in plus 2. So that means it's shifting up 2 units, right? So we have to figure out which one of these is shifting up 2 units. So if we take a look here, okay, you can see that this shifts down 2 units. This one goes up 1, 2. So it looks like it's going to be B. So let's go ahead and put our answer in here. We're going to put in B. Let's check our answer, and there's our result. Now we want to figure out the correct graph for y equals x squared minus 2. So again, in here, what we're going to do is we can just change this to be now minus 2, and you can see now it goes down 2 units. So we need to figure out which one of these graphs goes down 2 units. So let's see here. Okay, any of them goes straight down 2 units. It's the first one. A is down -1, down -2. So we're going to choose option A for our answer there. So we're going to check our answer, and there is our result. Now it says we want to find out what is the correct graph for y equals x plus 2 squared. Alright, so here's our graphs. Let's go ahead in here and then change this to parentheses x plus 2, and that's squared. Just want to verify that's what we're looking for, is x plus 2 squared. So when we put that in there, right, what's happening is that we're moving it to the left, or translating the graph to the left 2 units. So we've already have A and B already selected. So which one of these shifts to the left 2 units? Not C, not D, not E, not F. Well, G is shifting over 2 units. So therefore, the answer is going to be G. Let's check our answer, and there's our result. Now you want to figure out x minus 2 squared. So again, if we take a look at this graph, now we're going to change this to minus 2. That means now we're shifting to the graph to the right 2 units. So we're translating to the graph to the right 2 units. So we want to pick out of those graphs which one shifts to the right 2 units. Well, we already have A and B and G selected. If we go to C, you can see that it's moving over 2 units. So therefore, we're going to select C for our answer. Let's check our answer, and there is our result. Now let's take a look at y equals 2x squared. So we know that we've already picked the following. So we already have A, B, C, and then we have G. Now we need to determine whether it's D, E, F, H, and I. So let's go ahead and put this in here. So again, it's 2x squared. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put in 2x and then square it. Well, what happens here? You can see that it's vertically stretching by a factor of 2. So which one of these is vertically stretching as a factor of 2 at the origin? Well, we know it's not E because it's up here. F looks like it could be the answer. It's not G because it's already been selected. H is up in the top here, and then I is here. So it looks like it's going to be F because you can see that it's being vertically stretched by a factor of 2. So we're going to go ahead and put in F and see if that's our result. Check our answer, and there it is. So now we've gotten F as part of our solution. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. This is -4x squared. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and then put in our graph here, -4. We're going to put in x and then square it. This -4 means that it's going to be still vertically stretching, only in this case here, now it's going to be using the transformation where we're using the negative. So the negative is telling us to now flip this particular graph. So now let's take a look at which one that falls in. That falls in number D, or letter D. So let's go ahead and put in D, check our answer, and there is our result. Okay, so we rotated it according to the y-axis, so therefore now it's going in the other direction. Okay, now let's take a look at the next example. The next example is x minus 2 squared plus 4. Okay, so what does that mean? All right, so we have, again, that's x, let me delete that, x minus 2 squared. So we have parentheses x minus 2, and that's squared, which means it first shifts to the right, and then what's next is then we're adding 4. So now when we add 4, now we're shifting it up. So we moved it over to the right 2 units and then shifted it up 4 units. So which one of these is shifting to the right first 2 units and then up? Well, it looks like it's going to be H. So let's go ahead and put in H. Check our answer, and there is our result. The next one is x plus 2 squared plus 4. So we're going to change this now to plus 2. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me write that in here. So we have parentheses x plus 2, and then squared, we see that it shifts to the left, and then we're adding 4, so it shifts to the left and then up 4 units. So therefore, it's going to be between E and I. Well, we can see that it's going to be E. So therefore, let's check that. So we have E. Check our answer, and there's our result. Now let's take a look at the last one. This says x plus 2 squared minus 4. Even though we know what the answer is going to be, let's take a look at that on Desmos. All right, so we have, again, the question is saying x plus 2 squared minus 4. So it's x plus 2 squared, which means that we're moving it to the left 2 units, and then we're subtracting 4, and now we're shifting it down 2 units. So therefore, it's going to be I. Let's go ahead and check our answer. I. And there is our result.